Ranger riding a white horse. Got some lunatic Indian with him. They coming for you.
This is the actual Lone Ranger of the classic TV show of the 50s, the radio serial, the comic books. They have brought back an iconic Western character. And now Hollywood is attempting to make it into a hit movie again. However, they tried this once in 1981 with The Legend of the Lone Ranger, and it was the movie that was intended to make a big star out of Clinton Spilsbury. How many Clinton Spilsbury movies have you seen lately? But never say never. Hollywood has put a $200 million plus budget on this Western, and Westerns are considered risky business these days. Well, in this case, Jerry Bruckheimer, who sort of gets what he wants to get, has reteamed with Johnny Depp and the director Gore Verbinski. They, of course, have had hit after hit with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So Disney, the studio behind this, sort of let them have, a chance to do whatever they wanted next. And Johnny Depp actually really did not want to play the Lone Ranger. He, of course, is the star of this. He wants to play faithful sidekick Tonto. And at first, when I heard this, I go like, but Tonto doesn't say much. At least he didn't in the previous incarnations of the Lone Ranger. Well, in this case, they've really made Tonto the main person in this movie. He actually narrates the story. It all begins in 1933. Tonto is now a very old man, and he's telling his story to this little kid who's dressed up like the Lone Ranger, his hero, and he's telling the true story of what really happened all those years before. Then we flash back, we find out how Tonto and the Lone Ranger actually hooked up, how they met. This is the setup for a spectacular train sequence. In fact, there's a number of sequences involving trains in this movie. Runaway trains, gunfights on top of trains, people riding horses on trains. It's unbelievable.
That's the end of the line.
We jump.
What about the passengers?
They jump.
Then they get involved tracking down this gang. The relationship, though, between Tonto and the Lone Ranger is kind of rocky along the way. They're constantly at each other's throats, literally. In fact, at one point, Tonto thinks the Lone Ranger is dead, and he even tries to bury him along with all the other Texas Rangers. But when push comes to shove, the bad guys are the bad guys in this, and the good guys, we know who they are. It's Tonto and the Lone Ranger off to the rescue. Hi-oh, Silver. We love Silver, by the way. This horse is terrific. He can do anything. I actually talked to the producer, Jerry Bruckheimer, and they had 4 Silvers. 4 horses, but they fired the first 2 because they weren't very good, apparently. Well, whatever happened with the horse they have in this film, he's terrific. He does a lot of things. Audiences are going to love him, especially kids. And when I say kids, too, this is a movie for everyone, except for a couple of scenes where it actually gets surprisingly violent. Armie Hammer, by the way, is very good as the Lone Ranger. It is kind of a thankless role in a lot of ways. He wears a mask. He's a straight shooter. It's not a role that's got a lot of nuance to it, but he brings a sense of humor and style to it that's nice. But let's not mince words here. This is Johnny Depp's movie. He knows a good role when he sees it, and Johnny Depp gives a lot of dignity, I think, to Tonto, in addition to humor and a lot of fun in playing him.
Eyes cut by the bullets that killed him. From the great beyond, he will protect you. And the ones you love.
Whether this movie becomes the big summer blockbuster Disney is hoping and praying is a bigger question. But this one's got such spectacular stunt work. It's just fun to watch. I'm hoping they will support the Lone Ranger. I've seen a couple of early reviews from critics who are like naysayers, who think it doesn't have the right tone, who don't seem to like Westerns, who don't seem to want to have any fun. I'm here to tell you, from the point of view of a strict audience member, this movie, this version of the Lone Ranger is definitely a go.